Wow, welcome once again. This is OTIENO GMT42. Today we are blessed to have a friend, a good man, Mr. Chris. ODHIAMBO.
Yeah.
Karibu, my friend. So before we start, I want us to pray so that we start talking today. Father, we thank you and we honor you, Lord. Thank you so much for Mr. Chris and thank you for the family, Lord. We bless you because of the friends and the viewers we have in GMT42. As you want to bless them with this topic, Lord, may you guide us. May your spirit, Lord, be with us. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Mr. Chris.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Asante.
Today we are safe.
Yes,
and we thank God.
Asante.
My brother, it has been long.
It has been long. I'm doing well. Through August, part-time, I do something as part-time. My favorite thing.
Yes.
Empowering boys.
Talking to boys.
Talking to boys and
Yeah.
encouraging them to do better. So that is what I do most of the time.
So, friends, today we want to talk about boy-child empowerment. You were telling us that we are just talking about girls. Why girls alone? But now today we want to talk boys. We want to empower our boys. So, Mr. Chris, as we start, you can tell us who is boy-child?
Boy-child. A very simple definition. You and me.
We are boys.
We are boys.
A male.
So a male. So that is a boy-born boy. Yeah.
Boys are crying, they are not being recognized in the society.
Yeah, that is a very fundamental topic that we need to discuss today. You know, over the time we have been discussing about girls and girl child education, girl child everything, girl child empowerment, and we are neglecting to discuss about boys. And then we expect that these empowered girls to come and mix with unempowered boys. Automatically, we have to have wrangles. So I have passion for empowering boys so that they can know better. And I usually borrow this saying of Angelo that when you know better, you do better.
When you know better, you do better. And now the topic: why should we empower the boy child?
You know, a lot of things. Just take for example, we currently know that most of our boys are languishing in prisons. Why? Because either they have been doing illegal things, bang and whatever. So these things have made boys to appear neglected, and they end up in prisons. They end up not doing well in their marriages. They end up not doing well in so many aspects of life. So when they're empowered from down here, when they're still young, they will be able to do better in their life. So that is why we need to empower boys in a range of things.
Yeah.
We just need to enlighten them to know things. We just need to enlighten them to know that girls are also empowered, and they should know how they will be able to survive with these empowered girls.
And I think if we empower a boy child, you are making to be a gentleman.
Yeah. When an empowered boy will automatically become a gentleman.
Yeah. And this will solve the problem in the marriage where people are fighting.
And that is the thing. That is the thing. That is our dream. We want a society which is peaceful. Yeah, we want our boys to be peaceful with their families. And automatically, currently, we have so many wrangles in the families. And why are they coming up? They are coming up because our boys have not known how to deal with these empowered girls. You do not know. They are empowered the other side, you are unempowered this side, and you come with that ego. You want to deal, you want to face marriage in a way that it should not be faced. Times have changed.
Yeah.
And that is why we are.
You want to be the head, and yet you are giving nothing to the family.
Those are things which we are going to talk about.
So, our friends, today we want to empower you so that you can know how to manage your family, how to manage with your friends. And now, when we empower these boys, how will this help, to eradicate poverty in the society?
First of all, when we are talking about an empowerment, I want to put a concept. Currently, there is an organization called Umoja Project.
Umoja
is operating within CHRISPINE. So Umoja Project has been having this empowerment program over the years. They were doing it for girls, and then they decided to do it also for boys because boys were crying out that why are people neglecting us? And why did Umoja decide to borrow a leaf and start doing something for boys? One, because of the issues that I've mentioned, boys not knowing how to deal with girls, boys not knowing the problems that girls are passing through, and also the problem of boys themselves. So when I became a facilitator to Umoja, I was, me and some guys, we were managing so many issues. We were managing transition from boy child to being men, that is adolescent stage.
Yeah.
We are talking about the drug and substance abuse. We are talking about values, how to instill values and all that. So if I borrow that concept that Umoja is doing, we are seeing progress. We are seeing boys are coming out. They are able to do, they are inspired. They are also able to know how to deal with the other gender. They are able to know that this is the red line. If I step on this, this is a red line.
Yeah.
They are able to know what is happening at the moment.
Like you are trying to help their mindset to reason.
We are changing their mindset so that they can reason. We are bringing up boys to reason. Naturally, boys, they do reason, but when it comes to other aspects, because boys want to do better than girls, then there is competition. So those are the things that we are trying to do.
Wow, thank you so much, Umoja. And one day we'll have the director of Umoja here live in
Leonard OTIENO is a good
man. Is Leonard OTIENO.
Yeah,
thank you so much for that good job you are doing at Umoja. And again, why should people, because nowadays people are talking about girls getting pregnant. Why should people talk about girls getting pregnant without mentioning boys?
Because girls cannot get pregnant on their own.
Hey.
That's a very good question. You know, the reason why people are talking about girls getting pregnant, it is surrounded with so much aspect. You know, it's not only boys, those their age mates. They are the ones who are impregnating these girls. Yes, there is a percentage that is doing that. But let me tell you the truth. Girls do choose above them. Girls always choose, you know, when it comes to marriage. If I'm talking about a standard 8, this standard 8 will want to have a boyfriend who is a Form 4. Now tell me, a Form 4 will automatically choose somebody who is university. Such kind of things. Girls tend to choose higher. Boys tend to choose lower. So when you are talking about girls being empowered, being impregnated, and then we are having such kind of things, let us know that these girls have chosen the higher part. Now, when somebody who is high, let's say a Form 4, for example, has befriended a class 7 or a class 8, and this Form 4 is not having all those knowledge about taking care, about knowing that these are the boundaries, automatically we will have pregnancy coming out. Now, we want to change the mindset of boys from class 6. This is what Umoja is doing, from class 6 going up to class 8. That is the first segment. Then from 1 up to the other level, that is another segment. Now, this other segment, we are telling them the real things in life, things that are happening today. We are talking about drug and substance abuse. Automatically, when somebody starts abusing drug, they will not have clear choices. Now, we are talking about family values, because how often do we have girls who have been impregnated by their brothers, by the incest thing. So we are talking about family values. Boys have to know the family values. Now, we are also talking about these people who have been brought up by single families, single parents. Such kind of boys, they do have problems. I'm not saying that it is such a big problem, but they do have problems. These guys have to be nurtured. They have to be, given information. They have to be, inspired so that they can know how to make better choices when it comes to relationship. So we are doing the thing that is being done there. I feel that these are the things that can make boys in future choose well. And future. So when we start talking about teenage pregnancy, boys have a play. They play. You know, when a boy graduates to Form 2 now going up, they will automatically start having relationships, romantic relationships and all that. And so if they do not have information, if the other gender is the only gender that has information, then automatically we are not going to have that society that we desire.
That's a good idea. And again, this comes to this point where we get most of the boys and adolescents are acting in this act of masturbation and immorality. We too much now in the society. How can we help these boys?
First of all, why is this coming about? Because we who are senior, me and you, we don't have time to share with these boys. They learn from the internet, the media, they are predisposed to media, and so they are getting these things from the media.
Yes.
Initially we had this thing called dual. You remember dual? Where they used to sit down, that an old grandfather used to sit down with these boys.
You surround that fire.
You surround that fire. And you discuss about life. That thing is not there today. No, our boys are busy with this gadget. The phone, they are learning from the phone. They are learning from their peers who have more knowledge on the phone. They are learning from the society. People are busy. I'm worried that maybe one day I'll not be able to be there for my son.
Yeah.
And then the teacher will be this. So we have problem of masturbation, all those that you can mention. But again, it has come because we men, we are not ready to share with these boys on how to take care of themselves when they're growing up. Transition from boy child to being a man. That one is a very critical stage that we need to address. The adolescent stage. This is an exploration stage.
This stage of adolescence.
That is an exploration stage. Failure to address issues surrounding adolescent stage automatically will lead to such kind of things, the masturbation that we have talked about. And I think we need to be friends of our children so that we can share with them. Nowadays children are ready to share, but we are not ready to share with them. We are busy parents, absentee fathers, sometimes absentee mothers, and the effect is huge.
Parent, don't be upset. Because these boys, they learn from internet, not from their parents. Just Chris, you mentioned something about the surrounding fire. In our culture, the boys were being taught with the grandfather, the girls were being taught with the grandmother.
The hearts.
Yeah, in that heart. So they were being given the skills of life skill. Because what we like now is life skill in these children.
Not just life skills, but information. Because the information that I'm going to get from the internet, it is selling. That one is an information that has been posted there either to sell and all that. But the practical, when I sit down with somebody and I decide to teach them and give them information and know from them and learn from them and learn from me, automatically these ones will be ideas that I'll come out with than something from internet that I'll query and I'll get the best styles and the best word, and these styles maybe as a developing person, as somebody who is still young, I'm not due for that.
So meaning the phones and the internet are also effect. They play a big role in our youths, and they affect their immoral.
They affect their immoral. But let us not say that these gadgets are bad. We learn, there's good things that we learn from internet. There are so many good things that we learn from internet. But again, there are also other things that we learn from the pornographic sites. They are there. How many times have we had children who have taken out their lives? Boys who have taken out their lives because they learned it from their games. Just being directed in your computer or in your phone, do this, until it reaches a time that you want to take your life. We have had these and we have seen this. So there are things that we learn that are not good in these gadgets, and there are things that we learn that are good in these gadgets. So the most important thing, how to make our boys to choose, so that when they are alone, they are just able to visit the real sites that are going to empower them than visiting the other sites that are going to interfere with their morals.
So parents, be keen with the sites that your kids are visiting in the internet. We are being told there's a site that the child can be directed through game until it reaches a point where the child can commit suicide. Because the game is telling you can kill yourself now. Through the game, it's in the internet.
And it has confused you, so you just do it.
And you commit suicide. The other day we were talking about suicide. So you see, this thing is continuous. And now, is when you empower girls so much, will it affect the boys? Why girl child empowerment is killing the boy child?
Actually, when we continue with empowering girls, it is the best thing for girls. Generally, I empower girls. I do this a lot in schools, in churches. So I empower girls. I like that these people, they need to be empowered in the best way that we can. But again, empowering girls and neglecting to empower boys, that one, we are interfering with the future.
And it's very important if both gender
it should be done,
should be empowered, so that the boys will just know, when I touch this part,
that one is now a red light.
Is a red light. And the girl will know, when a boy touch this part, is another problem. So they should know the limit. The relationship between a boy and a girl should have a limit.
My brother, let me tell you something. You know, in this age that we are in, a class 7 will laugh when a fellow class 7 girl is going through her period. You know, these are things which we need to inform our boys that these are real things. They happen. These are things which cannot be changed. So that a boy can be able to even take care of this girl when such a thing is happening. Remember that this girl has been, you've taken this girl aside, you've empowered this girl, she knows that this is, I'm going through this period and that, blah, 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 blah. When she's laughed at, even if she's empowered, how? Automatically she will be disappointed. And so we need boys who will understand that, oh, she's going through this, I can help protect her by either taking her out, doing, I'm not talking about out, the other out, but taking her out of our classroom and be a guard so that she go and do the needful so that she's clean. I don't laugh at her. You see, such kind of things, failure to do them, automatically we are still going to have quarrel between the two. And you were laughing at me.
I remember when we were in class 6, a girl was on her period, and she was called in front to do a mathematics. Remember that time the teacher will ask, who can solve this question? Now the girl was really encouraged and going in front, knowing she was in the period. The whole class laughed, including me, because I was not empowered. I was not told this is a natural thing happening to a girl child.
And recently, I was talking to some boys and they were telling me that, somebody is laughing at me because I have pimples. I'm transiting to this. And I was telling them that, tell them this is a stage. I'm passing through a stage. I'm confident that I'm passing through this stage. When such a thing is happening, I'm confident that indeed I'm passing through a stage.
I'm growing.
I'm growing. I'm not static. I'm growing. So let us encourage, let us do empowerment to our boys as we do empowerment to others, so that these people can coexist. Let us do this so that we have a future. And let us do this so that we have today.
And again, let's empower boys so that the society of tomorrow have peace.
That is
because a big percentage of those who are robbing us are men, not ladies.
Now, when you start talking about stealing, now I'm concerned. When we are talking of empowering our boys, empowering our girls, we do often neglect about entrepreneurship. As we live today, we know that jobs are hard to come by. But there are so many opportunities out there that people can explore. When we start encouraging our boys and empowering our boys to know better, they will do better. When we start encouraging our girls and giving them opportunities, showing them opportunities that they can explore, they will do better. And the reason why these people, they come back and rob is because the mindset that they have been given is that it is only through education that you'll be able to do what? Through education of training, and then after training, you will get a job.
Which is not there.
Just telling a class 6 that, do you have a hen at home? You started to empower that boy. Do you have a hen at home? because these are things that, the free range that we keep at home. These are things that you will not be, keeping each and every time, giving food and all that. They fend for themselves. But again, iron you will sell for 1,000 shillings, and you'll be able to get this pen, this book that you need, and all that. These people stay in the
You'll buy panty for yourself.
Automatically, the inner wear, you will be able to buy it for yourself. So, economic empowerment should start from this level 6. I believe so, because when I know about how to make money, and I'm encouraged to go to school, and I do all these without interfering with the other, then automatically my future will be determined. But you don't have to forget that we have those who are staying in town.
Yeah.
We don't have
that place to travel.
Let we can help these people. These are widgets in mobile phones. They know how to use mobile phones. They know how to use computers. They know how to use cameras. People can still exploit their talents so that in future they can use those talents to make money.
You will earn something through your talent. There's a pregnant point you have put out that economically empowerment boy should start at class 6. You should tell him you can have a hen, you can have a goat, you can buy something, you can sell sweet at your free time. So that this boy not only dwelling in academic and after academic getting a job.
That is, getting a job, these are things that people would want to. They are going to school.
Everybody is aiming
that a job. But what if I fail to have a job in the future? That is the most important thing. I'll not be a miserable man. I'll know how to fend for myself, because when I was young, I knew how to do what? To keep hen. I was good in poultry. When I was young, I know that maybe during that time I kept poultry and it graduated to goat that you have just said. Then it graduated to a cow, and now I'm milking, such kind of things. These are things which are gradual, and when you talk to young boys about these things, they know them and they can do better on them.
It's so hard here, it's so powerful. Friends, we'll be back. I want us to have a break, but please empower your boy, empower your child as young as the one in class 6, grade 6. We are coming back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome back to GMTV 42. In GMTV 42, we are doing the programs that benefit the society, the program that benefit boy, girl, and even the family. We are also talking to the people that they should know their role. You as a leader in the community, MCA, MP, do you know your role in the community? What can you do to support boy, child, girl, child? Mr. Chris, we have this fear in boys. Boys are not free to speak out what happened to their life, what interfere with their academic program, what interfere even the development. Boys are not ready to talk.
This is cultural. I can say it is a bit of cultural. How people were brought up. People were brought up to fear. Boys were brought up, in a way that they fear to share. I can borrow something from Kiswahili. Kufa kimwanaume.
Wanaume ni kujikaza.
Wanaume hawezi lia. So such kind of things, that is how boys are. They fear how to share. But empowerment programs that we do or that can be done will automatically give boys a way that they can be able to share. And I'm grateful to our education through the education systems that we are having currently. Boys are coming out and they are able to share problems that they face, but not to a significant number. We have boys that have been defiled, just as you were saying, sodomized, from tender age, and they're not ready to come out and share. And the reason why they're not ready to come out and share is because of how they were brought up. So these are emerging issues that When we do empowerment, we are giving them platform to share. And when we are talking about defilement, sodomy, and all that, we are talking about things that can interfere with somebody's mental problem. You can develop mental problem until in the future you become, useless.
Mental illness.
Yeah? You become useless because this thing was done to you while you were young. Yeah, there was no one who was ready, to listen to you. There are no opportunities that have been put that you can explore to share, get help. Automatically, these things will nod your head until you take your life. So, indeed, that is a problem.
The problem is how you are brought up. We should change that now so that we can speak out.
We are not going to change it to boys only. We are going. It's important that we approach even our parents. The parents of today, we need to tell them to be friends of their children. Parents are not friends of their children. They are like police of their children.
Hey, you are right.
So these children, just the way when you see a police person or a policeman, you will behave is the same way these children will behave towards us as parents. So let us change as parents. Let us be friends of our children so that we can know what happens to our children. But again, some of our parents are the culprits. Yeah. Some of our parents are the culprits. So and again, fear of how will our family be taken. When you start
the image,
when you start reasoning that way, you are already destroying this child completely.
Yeah.
Because he will be silenced. He will not be able to talk about
square it as family.
Me as a parent have known that it happened. It is my brother, it is my sister who did it, and keep quiet about it. This child will not be able to heal. Yeah. So we have to change. Yeah, we have to be friends of our children. Know places that we can seek for help our children, so that at the end of the day they don't become mental problems because of the conditions that they went through while they were young.
So please, parents, have a good relationship with your child.
Know where to seek help. And when we are talking about seeking help, it is not just seeking help. There are some people who are giving help with intention. Boys should be mentored, and they should be taken step by step until when they heal. So when you are talking about, seek support of a psychologist when such a thing has happened, so that this person can be helped. Yeah. So I believe that parents, grandparents, uncles will play a major role in helping our boys when they are passing through such kind of situations.
Yeah, please, when the child is defined, first report the case to the authority. Please take the child for the counseling, the checkup in the hospital, because it will affect this child and it will lead to mental health problem. And now, how will a child who is staying with a single mother, like where a boy is staying with your mom, how will you approach your mom, or who should you approach?
Especially when they are approaching adolescence, they fear. Yeah. Even bathing, just where their mother is, where their father is a bit of a problem. But again, I usually say this, and it is something which is out here. People know that if I'm a single mom, I have to at least have an uncle of the child. The child can visit an uncle once in a while so that he can learn. You can stay with your brother at your house, so that this child is having a father figure that can help. You can approach even a teacher who is close to this child at school, so that this teacher can act as a father figure, somebody who is trusted. You don't just approach a teacher that your child trusts. Church plays a very important role in this aspect.
Yeah.
That pastor who is good with the children or who is good with the teens, you can approach such a person and tell them that I want you to take my child through this team, so that he can become a man and I'm doing this because I'm a single
mother.
You now have to accept so that you can save your child.
Yes, and this vice versa to the single fathers who have their daughters.
It applies for both.
It applies for both. Have a role model that you can take your child to. If it's a teacher, a pastor, or a youth pastor, or a Sunday school teacher. Because when the child is that stage of adolescence, the body change. You want somebody to ask, why this? Why this? They have so many questions.
Not just having so many questions, but it is a fundamental stage. It is an important stage. Somebody has to take you through that stage. If you don't have dad, or if you don't have that uncle who is always very close to you, automatically you will learn it on your own. And learning it on your own minus somebody taking you through it, my friend, you might find yourself one day making decisions that are not up to. So to young moms listening to us out there, if you're still having that boy, make sure that this boy visits the grandma, the grandparents, visit an uncle, somebody who is good at church, that youth pastor, so that these people are brought up well.
They have a father figure in their life.
And please, this is it's also very important for these young ladies to know that when a child is in his teen, this child is passing through adolescent stage, and you are a single mom, it's not necessary that it is your child who will know whether you're beautiful or not. That, Toto, am I beautiful? Is this dress beautiful on me? I mean, this is a young man. This is somebody who is coming up to be a young man.
That's daddy. Daddy, how do I look like?
No, we have to avoid that. Yeah, we have to avoid that. You look well. They will tell you, Mom, today you look well. You've dressed well. But please, it should not be something. Your child should not see you dress. Your child should not see you dress. Yeah, in fact, everything that you do in your bedroom should be private. Yeah, this boy should not see you dress. This boy should not see you, taking, bathing. These are things that happen.
Those who are bathing with a 5-year-old boy,
a 5-year, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, you are interfering with the mental.
They are just chipping in your bedroom because it's daddy, it is mommy. You are affecting that child's psychologically, and the child will grow knowing that just seeing a private part of a woman is just something common. It's not a big deal.
And you will be you will provide this child with a practical point of view because you will not be able to reason when he has become an adult. And also the most important thing, the first person that this child saw naked is you, the mother. This child is going to develop knowing that it is the older women that are good. Then in future you start naming that my child an hour 2 hour older. Boys react to what they have seen. Yeah. So when this is what you're bringing him up. He's just seeing you. And he graduates like the older women. And maybe one day you wanted your boy to, marry somebody younger, have family and all that. Then you start having conflict with your family.
That brings me to this question where, is it good to pamper child too much? Pampering child too much. It is also a source of this boys misbehaving.
I would say that, the way somebody is brought up is the way you behave. Or it is the way you carry out himself. So when we are talking about pampering, there are ways that people, times have changed. Yeah, it is not the way we were disciplined.
Where we were being caned until you ask yourself, is this my father or is this somebody else?
This is a generation of dialogue.
Good point. This is a generation of dialogue.
Yeah, this is a generation of dialogue. People need to sit down and talk. Talk sense into this young man. Talk sense into this young girl. So that she or he be able to make a decision. When you think that it is only the cane, I think with caning somebody who is already 10, going upwards, graduating, this is somebody who is going to rebel. Automatically is going to rebel. But when you sit down, position leader in the house. But when you sit down, you talk. We talk. I drive sense into this person. We will be able to make decisions and good decisions.
Let your son be your brother. Let your girl be your sister. That relationship. Don't be a king always, and don't be the chief. In fact, if you are a police, when you are going to your home, leave that policewoman at the door. If you are a councillor or an MP, the way you order people outside should not come inside your house.
Absolutely.
Let your son know that this is daddy, this is my father, not a chief. Not some chiefs are just chiefs even inside the house.
Some dads are policemen inside the house. They have policemen outside. Yeah. And the way we were brought up was that cane was like everything. But today, when you start caning this child, and he rebels, and he finds solace in other children who have also rebelled from their homes, automatically, which society are we now? Rebellious society. These are the ones who will run, with their lecturers in universities and Hakiet and the Hakiet. They will not know that sometimes how to get Hakiet is to dialogue. So let us teach our children from age 10. From age 9, let us dialogue with them. Dialogue. Tell them that this is wrong, and the reason why it is wrong, it is this, and this. And parents have, they have that experience. They know things that have happened, and they are reaching that experience that they can give example. I don't want you to do this because this will happen.
Okay, yeah.
So when we dialogue is also another form of empowering this young people.
Yeah. And now that's come to this question. How can we empower boy child? What should we do? The parents want to know, the community want to know.
Do inspiration. We encourage churches to come with programs that can empower boys, can empower girls, can empower them both. And I believe when people are inspired to do better, they will do better. So those are things which I will create awareness. Environment. It's not through forms alone that the awareness will be created, but just create awareness of the environment. Talk with them about the cultural things that have happened. Talk with them about themselves. Let them share. Give them opportunity to share things that that interfere with them. Assist them to come up with solutions so that they can do what can be people in future. So such kind of things, motivate them. Just doing simple motivation to these people is an empowering.
Inviting motivational speakers
to speak with them. Giving incentives to those who are doing well. Encouraging that good
you appreciate
them. So those are ways, listening. Just listening to somebody. Listening is kind of a skill.
Yeah.
Just listening to you, your problem automatically is a way. Just lending me your ear so that I can pour my heart out. And when you are able to give me your ear and you trust me, automatically I grow better.
That's true.
So let us create trust also between the adults, between the children and adults. Let us create trust. That trust, when it is created automatically, let us have mentors. Mentors.
We create trust. We have mentors.
We inspire
them.
Yeah, we create awareness of the environment. And remember, when we are creating awareness of the environment, we are talking about drug and substance abuse. We are talking about adolescent stage. We are talking about the education. We are talking about a range of things that affect them.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a point where you say that churches should play a big role.
The religious institutions should play a vital role in this. And I can encourage our parents and those who are parents that they make let us make our children to closer to church. I know that they reach a point in time that they have seen more as they maybe want to believe, but let us just encourage them to be closer to church. And churches that religious institutions that we take our children should have program for teens.
Yeah.
Program for youth.
Program for youth like the one for Sunday school service.
Just the way we have Sunday school, we should also have programs, and they should be friendly programs. These guys love to dance. These guys love to share stories. These guys love football. And in the process of doing that, let us come up with ways of enticing them so that they can do better.
And by organizing even youth, like say youth forum in a church, there this one every holiday, the churches are having youth meetings.
Yeah.
They can invite the speakers
to inspire these guys. And we should not also ignore the fundamental roles that our schools play.
The schools.
Yeah, the schools. When we talk to teens about adolescent stage, they know a lot of this, and they know it through schools. Yeah. The only thing that is lacking is that they were taught this one academically, and some of them do this to pass exams. And so when we have somebody who is coming up now to make them understand that indeed these are realities that happen to us, and we can pass through these things this way, automatically these people become empowered. So sometimes maybe our schools can have just people coming, talking to these guys, inspiring them, and touching on these parts that our youths usually go wrong.
And now, do we have the institutions that deal with these programs that we can say that you can be direct to this place so that you can get help?
I think I know of Umoja. I think when we were starting to talk, I talked to Umoja. Umoja is an organization that supports orphans and vulnerable children. But recently, when I was talking to Leonard, the director of Umoja, he was saying that there is a lot of need. And they were saying that maybe just empowering their boys and girls alone, those ones that they are sponsoring, might not have such a big impact in the society. And so he was thinking like, what if in future we have other organizations coming up with similar program, people, talking. And I know Plan International is doing something on girls. Yeah, there is advocacy. There's something about being done by Plan, and believe that they have something small for boys.
That one we're talking about the advocacy about the rights of girls.
And we should also not forget. Our churches. There are some churches that have established ways of helping these teens. We have sites that teens can be helped, but these sites they should be given in a proper way so that they know how to access them. And maybe forum like this one that we are now having.
Yeah.
Because last week, I think it was last week that you were talking about suicide. So somebody who is getting such information from such a site automatically will be empowered.
Yeah. So you can visit sites where they talk about these things so that you can get help. Umoja, we thank so much. We have Plan International. These are people. And also we have those who are counselors. Chris, you are one of them.
And I'm also one of them. You can contact me.
Chris will give us out the contact so that you can talk to Chris so that you can get help. We do also that one in GMTV 42 year. I'm also available for our youths because you told me we can even empower the boys through the talent. This is a very good thing. And most of us, we are where we are today because of our talent. And nobody know about me before I start singing.
And there is also this teacher in town here called Mr. Nyarima. Mr. Nyarima is a teacher at St. Teresa's. He's also a good facilitator on this. There is also another one. I will give you their numbers
so that they can come here, they help our people.
Yeah, we also have somebody called Mr. Sewe. Mr. Sewe is a teacher at Nyakongo. We also have Amolo Kanyamunde.
Amolo Kanyamunde.
He's also a teacher. he's also a good one. He's a teacher here in town. I don't know a specific school, but he's a teacher here in town. And so we have so many people who are helping us.
Can help you.
Yeah.
No, maybe you're in the house, you're not free.
Youth, specifically boys.
They
do both for girls, but we want also to come up with boys. Girls already, there is a foundation that has been laid. We also want to lay a good foundation for our boys. And boys also should become, friends with our legal authorities, the police, such kind of things, so that they can report, issues of defilement that you were talking about, sodomy and all that, especially those who are older, with 13 years and above, they can approach such institutions for help. And we have legislations, the Constitution of Kenya. This week we are talking about the Kenyan Constitution, 10 years. That Constitution is for everyone. So I believe that if we become friends of it, then we can be able to know our rights.
Our rights. Yeah. Because children's rights is being affected so much. And again, there's a dropout in school from boys. And even the result, when they are releasing results nowadays, boys are down.
Boys are performing.
Performance down.
I treat it. I don't want to give it, that boys are doing bad because they are not empowered. But I think empowerment will play a role so that they can
improve. And again, there's complaint that boys are very tough-headed. Kichwa ngumu sana vijana. They don't want to listen to their parents. Boys, somebody's by now who are at home. This guy wake up, take tea, get out. He will come back at 7 with the father, as if he was going for a job. What's the problem with our boys?
Well, when we were starting to discuss this topic, I talked about transition. When somebody is you are coming from being a child to being a man. That period. That is a period that people tend to be, rebellious. And when we don't talk to them, we don't talk, we don't dialogue. We just quarrel and say that they don't work, automatically they will drift apart. But if we talk, because it is a reality. What are the roles that boys have been given at home?
At home. Good.
What
are the responsibilities in the house
that have been given at home? Maybe the responsibilities have been given to girls and all of it. Nowadays, we don't have it.
It's a kid who can do duster, it's a kid who will cook, it's a kid who will wash the clothes. The boys are there to control the remote.
And there are no cartoons to go and graze. So they don't have, and they are pampered the way you were talking about being pampered. Daddy. So automatically we have to tell these people that those works that we have at home, they cannot do them.
We help.
When a girl is washing clothes, he can also do what? Do something. He
can cook
utensils. He can also cook. He can also do the mopping. So that they start viewing these roles not to be for female only, but there are things that affect them as a family. Sharing responsibility is a fundamental topic in
the empowerment of boy child.
How they were brought up. I told you about cultural thing.
Yes.
The cultural thing. That is not boys. That is not boys.
For boys,
this is for girls. Such kind of things we have to change the mindset. Yeah, we have to change the mindset so that we can know that I can do this the way the other guy is also doing this. We have girls engineers.
Yeah, we have
engineers. Those things were
for boys.
We have girls who are doctors. We have girls who are doing only. We have girls who are
drivers.
So what a girl is doing, a man is also able to do.
And they were saying what a man can do, a girl can do it better. So when you start cooking now as a boy, you will even cook for your wife. And the person who should help the boys in the responsibility in the house is the father. Sometimes the father can help your wife.
That is why when we are talking about empowerment, we also even start. We need to start empowering even the young dads that we have, so that they know that if I'm a young, the way we are still young. So if my wife is busy doing the cooking, I'm also busy doing the laundry, so that my children are able to see what you are doing. Yeah.
Like me, I always cook. When my wife is tired, I cooked, and Marcel will come to watch that. What are you cooking? I'm cooking omena. So he knows that we can cook.
And this will address so much conflict that we have at home, so that our boys will be keepers of our girls. Yeah, they will be keepers of our
girls. There will be security.
Yeah, there will be security. We will know that we are family. Yeah, we are family. There is no boss here.
There is no boss. In fact, they will come to marriage knowing there is no boss, there is no slavery in marriage. Marriage is to help one another. Yeah. There's something you posted, I think 2 weeks ago in Facebook about empowering boy child. You can tell this for what it meant so that they can understand why we should empower the boy child as we finish.
Boy child should be empowered so that they have a great future. We are in the times have changed. The times have changed in a way that we need to depend on each other.
That's
and again, for us to realize the empowerment that we are doing with girl child, we need an empowered boy child to know this. Because if we fail to empower our boys, and remember I told you that girls tend to date the one who is higher than them, academically, even everything. They tend to look at that person who is higher, and that person who is higher maybe is just higher academically, but not morally. So at the end of the day, these people will start having rivals. So I think we have to empower boys for our dream of girls to be a success.
Meaning, boy child empowerment is key in girl child development, especially in development world. You empower a boy, and it's a key to a girl child life. For you to have that engineer who is a lady, empower a boy.
We will appreciate her. We will know that indeed what I'm doing, she's even able to do better than I.
Now, as we finish, Mr. Chris, thank you so much. I want to tell these people how they can get you so that you can help in other issues. They can contact you.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as CHRISPINE ODHIAMBO. I also have my contact 0728 98 14 77. I stay in Eldoret and here in Kisumu. Yeah.
So you are a man of 2 counties.
Yeah.
They can get you in Kisumu, they can get you in Eldoret.
I'm active in social media, Twitter.
So you can even Twitter also.
Yeah.
Same name.
CHRISPINE ODHIAMBO. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Just the way I started, where somebody who is empowered will be able to do better. So we need to do better, boys. Thank you.
Thank you. So please, our parents, the young guys like us, let's not forget our boys. Churches, the schools, even the motivational speakers. Please let's not forget about boys. Let's talk to our boys, because when we empower boy, we empower both. Now, when you empower boy, you empower even the girl. We know the security of our lady. So please, thank you so much. That was so powerful, Mr. Chris. We welcome you again and again. And feel free to come anytime. Thank you so much, my friends, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, viewers. I am Eve Christino Chin. Kindly subscribe, share our online TV program in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are looking forward to bringing you more entertaining programs.